Recording in progress.
Time on 6 p.m. I'll call to order our fire board of directors meeting December 25th, 2025. It is all directors.
President Garvin,
Here.
Vice President Smith,
Here.
Secretary Pratt,
Here.
Treasurer Trapp,
Here.
Director Hyder, here. All present.
Thank you. Let's have an pledge of allegiance. I'll bring you to a flagpole across the highway over at the aviation. Yep. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right, next we've got things to the agenda, I think, things by the board. That's good. Hearing none, we'll move the consent agenda over to our August 28th, 2025 regular meeting minutes. And then the board has had its opportunity to review those. I think in motion for approvals. Or amendment, what would we wish? Let's make to approve. With motion by Secretary Pratt, and that's by Director Hyder. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Except as financial report, anything.
Nope, we did have a really good meeting with Treasurer Trapp today. Crystal, myself, and Michelle, we're working on, as we talked about before, we're working on putting together a little bit more detailed packet for you all. And then our plan is to come to present that and then get feedback on it and then continue to refine that so that you have what you would like from Treasurer Trapp. Crystal is online, does have a report unless any of you have questions. She's online, she's happy. We are through the audit, audit's completed. And we are setting up meetings right now. You want to talk about these dates? First and 15th.
Yes.
We reached out to the auditor, so by your board policy, it says 2 of you. And then our finance staff would meet with auditors on an annual basis. We've been working with them for dates, they've been busy, they're set to coordinate. They did propose a couple of dates of October 1st and October 15th. I won't recommend who would be there, that's you guys, but if potentially Treasurer Trapp and another member of the board, but that is space. We want to do that's just what the policy is.
If you know on the date for future graph.
First, and I can make the first one.
It looks like they also had 13, 27, 20.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
Let's see, mostly, Mr. President, mostly in the morning, starting at 9:30. I don't have specific times on all of the days.
That was the first.
Yeah.
Specifically, the first one, they actually give us times.
first, second, we work with 15, pretty.
Pretty trapped. Did you want to first?
The first one.
We want to pick a 9:30. Does that give you enough time to get off?
Yeah.
So that's also training. Officers meeting 10:30.
Yeah, how they go late?
So they have half-hour blocks, sorry, excuse me, they offer half-hour blocks, but I feel like we could ask for 2 half-hour blocks.
Okay.
So the first, at 9:30.
Wendy, we should ask Wendy. Wendy, does that work for you at all?
It's Crystal.
Or Crystal, does that work for you all at 9:30?
The first at 9:30? Yes, that'll be fine.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And then going from there, they proposed a date of November to begin our next audit, for last week's week. So they've already proposed that date.
So this thought we're going over that 523.
That is,
FY 20.
24. And starting 25s.
Where you fucking
They like to start before anything.
that's
Second. Code commission's gonna be.
that even large. I'll get on page with anything else.
Crystal, did you have anything at all that you wanted to report?
Would you like me to provide just a simple list of things that we've been working on?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. So other than reviewing and approving the audit, which was a great lift and task to get completed, we're also looking at all of the credit card reconciliations and specific accounts, such as the maintenance, repair and maintenance accounts by division. And all of these items were starting in the current fiscal year, but also going back to the previous fiscal year to ensure that we have consistency between the accounting methodology. The reason that we do that is to make sure that whenever we put the budget together for next year, then we're speaking apples to apples. So all the work that we're doing right now will inform your budget for next year. Additionally, we're working on all journal entries and payroll allocations to make sure that that's hitting the correct divisions. And we're also looking at the budget for fiscal year 25-26, ensuring that it meets best practices and based on the review of the actual financial statements, we'll see if there's any recommended changes as we go forward. We've also been compiling all of the debt into one place, one document, so that we can keep track of it from year to year. That includes a combination of all amortization schedules and when those would be due during the year and also paid off. And we've also drafted a initial budget to actual statement for the board. It's our hope to present that at the next meeting. So that is our goal right now, is just to get through these first few months of the fiscal year and then be able to present that financial statement next meeting. And then from there, we'll look for the board to provide feedback to us that we'd like it shown this way or, you know, a little bit more information or less. So do you have any questions of me?
I'm very grateful that they put up it.
Yes, thank you very much.
That will take us to public comment. One meeting where we'll ask for citizens, you know, any one person provide any public comment. We have to not to exceed 3 minutes per person and 30 minutes total. There's anybody in the audience that would speak. You're on Zoom, you still raise your hand function and she can't.
A lot of people, but no.
Here now, we'll close public comment. Take this to business, we don't have any action items. Or non-action item, we have board committee report and all treasure transporting loads that updates.
That's Mervin. So the balance of the low SAP account as of July 31st, 2025 was $918,352. That during that month, there was an additional deposit of the district of $48,037. And then withdrawals $2,972, so the balance is $965,629. After the dollars. That's all I have.
Right. Board information report. The department report from by local 2099 is there included everything?
Thank you, Mr. President. The only thing we have to report on is that we were rained out on the softball tournament. And so that has been rescheduled for October 5th. Be an all-day event. We'll still have food trucks and snow cones. Hopefully we have some nice weather, and we look forward to raising some money for NBA. Thank you.
Thank you. We go here.
Well, wait. So volunteers this month, we had the Champions Run for Heroes on September 13th. We'll be developing flag over the finish line one. I believe we had 2 firefighters in the team this year. The other thing is Pancake Beats coming up October 12th, 7 a.m. to noon. They'll welcome right. A couple signs. And let's see, Chief, you're gonna talk about the volunteer. Go ahead. Oh, so we recently had our volunteer interviews, and we have 6 new volunteers that are coming, and we also 6 student volunteers also. Even through the process, so that you all volunteers as well. And the academy starting on October 18th. So I got also worked with downtown for hanging the Christmas light. We have a little different process this year for Christmas decoration. Downtown's gonna get hung at the beginning of November, so they have something they want to start early with Thanksgiving break. So 2 hanging sessions this year. November 5th and Sunday before Thanksgiving, which is the breakfast week. Right back on the other thing.
Thank you, and welcome to volunteers.
Yeah.
So we have our student volunteers.
Those are students.
We're speaking, I'm sure. How many do we have now? How many volunteers do we have?
This will get us close to 30-ish, I think. Which is like a big number than what we had.
Yeah, that's.
With fall down no wrap up December.
Yes, I think we have our final drawing is like December and middle of December.
That's what
We will.
Alright, if we have fire chief reports, vision report.
Great, thank you. That's fun tonight. But as you may have noticed, we are preparing for an air show, so everyone was very excited about that. And we have a good combination of both volunteer, career, and of course our students who you'll be meeting here shortly, be after as well. Pretty active weekend, Fridays and Sunday, fairly full days. It's a little bit lighter crowd expected this year, with it being the snowbirds. So we're gonna make a couple changes to our structure and figure to try that out ahead of either like next year. So that's the air show, and then we also have some paramedic interns that are going to do their internship with us right now. Each shift has a paramedic intern, one from CC and 2 from an out-of-state school, but both students are actually local residents that wanted to come back here and do their paramedic internship. Whether local to Oregon, one lives local here now. So they're very excited to be here. We're excited to help them else do that. I know they're
I'm covering for Aaron, so we do, as you guys, I believe, know, one of the things that we ran the district on. Is increasing staffing, replacing some engine stations, and those types of things, decreasing response times, all of those we accomplished, in one fashion or another. One of the things that was part of that was, bringing back the sleeper program. Near and dear to my heart, 31 years later, but, we have revitalized the resident volunteer program, now called. They moved in last Sunday. There is 6. We were shooting for 3. We had a really good candidate pool very quickly. And I'm proud to say we were able to bring on 6 individuals that have a lot of passion behind them. Many varying experiences and many of them local. So I'm just gonna ask each one of them, if you start to be able to stand up, they're just gonna give you a quick brief of who they are. And what they're doing.
My name is Abel. I'm from Tiger. I graduated from Tiger High and I moved to Kaiser to go to Temecula's program, where I'm a second year captain there. And then, yeah, I moved to McMinnville to be a resident volunteer there. I look forward to you guys for having me. Thank you.
My name is Sam. I've been volunteering for a few months here. Really excited to start as a resident. I started at Temecula on Monday. Started Monday. My first year, so I'm excited.
My name is Bradley. I'm born and raised here in McMinnville. Was prior volunteer elsewhere. Back here, I'm a second year in the Temecula Fire Program. Thank you for having me.
My name is Colin Bujik. I'm from the Yamhill County area. I did my EMT my senior year, and I'm starting on Monday at the Temecula Fire Station.
My name is Brady Gordon. I graduated from McMinnville in 22, and I just came back from a resident program over in Sisters Cloverdale area. And I was there for about a year and a half. My EMT was in COCC, and next year will be my paramedic year. And thank you for having me.
I'm Sammy Craig. I graduated this year from Temple High School. I finished my EMT my senior year. I've been volunteering since my first year, or since my senior year of high school, and my first year of
Welcome, everybody. A couple, I think, notes that I think are super important, for me at least personally, and we've discussed this over the years. 2 of these individuals came from our volunteer and or cadet ranks, both programs that have volunteered with me for a long time with the cadet program, and then transitioned into the volunteer program, now transitioning into students. And then our goal is to tie in here, not let them leave and transition them into career. But that's a big plus, I believe, for the McMinnville Fire District, because being able to bring back individuals that went to Central Oregon and want to come back home, we now have that opportunity to where they can do that. It's an important part of their lives. They learn a lot from those experiences, and if we don't have it, they go elsewhere. Totally understandable. So our partnership with McMinnville High School's pathway program, our partnership with our volunteers, has allowed us to bring these students back in. I think one of their proud note that we didn't really put 2 and 2 together when we picked them, but they're all EMTs. Now, they're in varying portions of getting their certification as far as waiting and or testing. But all 6 of these individuals within a very short period of time actually have their certification. One more thing, a very large EMS-based system is important to us. So they all had to sit down here yesterday. I think it was tapped 3 or 4 times for volunteer standby at different times. We had several calls going on. Soon they'll be part of that solution. Such. So welcome everybody. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to come here and you look forward to.
Chief, I think doing this, that should be commended and thanked for the program back in place. It was a great tradition many years ago. Great to have. Welcome to all of you and our volunteers as well. Chief of Fire District.
Thank you. Yeah, and if you go by station 1, please don't go in the back meeting room. That is no student room. And then the upstairs, that's a little change that we had to make because of the passed it downtown. But, just FYI, that back meeting was now for your staff. Good. We had a captain's promotion exam. We had 2 individual state tests. It is currently in the appeals process of Monday. So after Monday, we'll be able to release more information from there. But we do have 1 captain position open right now. Social Security update. This is just an update from before. We're working with
Chief. Sorry, no one on the line has sound, so I don't know if you want me to try to resolve that.
Yes.
Try that, see.
I can hear you okay, Chief Hannafin. I can't hear the chief or any of the fire board that were talking a minute ago.
Okay, how about now? Why don't you guys try saying something?
How about on top?
You're still really faint, but I can hear you better.
We'll work toward talking toward the mics.
The mic. That's not
Yeah, it's better. It's kind of weird to taking in.
So I see that he's picking up on.
Yeah.
Wonder if is the microphones to your computer?
This is microphone array, Realtek high def audio. Todd, can you hear me better when I'm talking or them?
I can hear you super loud. You're really clear.
Both mics are the same name. I'll go.
What about when I look at Amy versus when I look at the mic?
I just switched to the other one.
That was the same, President Garvin.
Never been accused of not talking about it. Social Security update is just an update. As we told you last month, it was voted to go out of Social Security. We are still working with the state and then ultimately the feds to figure out a path forward. So that is work in progress. Another very significant, I think, kudos to the McMinnville Fire District. We, for the 2nd year in a row, were nominated for the MAC Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year. That will be selected for the October 3rd gala. And again, whether we receive it or not, as I stated last year, I think it's a pretty big honor that 2 years in a row, the community and the members of the community and the businesses of the community recognize the work that the McMinnville Fire District does for the community. That's volunteers, that's students, that's career, that's administrative. That's everything from responding to calls to setting Christmas lights. So I'm proud of that as fire chief. I didn't have anything to do with it. It's the crews and staff here, but I'm proud of that as fire chief because I think that's a big honor to be recognized 2 years in a row when news are draw. So I'm very proud of our staff and the way they handle themselves daily. Another set of good news since I'm on a good news roll. We did just get information yesterday that we will be receiving our California conflagration payment. I believe that's $144,000. It's $144,000 from our January claim, so that's positive. As you all know, we've talked, but they have up to 2 years to reimburse, and so I think 8-9 months is pretty good. It shows the partnership between the Office of the State Fire Marshal and the state of California and EMAC agreements that they have in place. The Office of the State Fire Marshal works very hard, although they're not the ones that pay us. They do participate in the EMAC, and so it's good experience for our people, but it's also good to hear that we're getting paid to.
She put in this estimate, how much?
$144,000. That is both personnel and. I guess sitting on good news, man, just a good news police today, keeping garbage on here. We've had multiple meetings over the last few months with Senator Merkley's office, Senator Representative Palmer's office. And the county commissioners on the ambulance, specifically to the billing side of things. We just met with the county last week and the reps a couple weeks before that. That I will say, I'm very proud to report that we're all working very well together. You all know that there's a problem, you all know that there's an issue. And I'm very proud to say that all of them have listened to that issue, accepted that issue. And are willing to try and find ways and paths forward to fix that issue, since it's not a local issue. It has nothing to do with the McMinnville Fire District, has nothing to do with the McMinnville Fire District budget. It has everything to do with Medicare and Medicaid reimbursements to the tune of 11.5 million we write off again. So, and then the 3.8 million that we subsidize. So just wanted to keep you guys informed that we keep moving down that path, and we've been very well received and had very positive talks with our federal, state, and local partners. And we're going to continue to do that. I think that they're on board to continue with this. We did meet again with the city of McMinnville on the Station 15 staffing. As I told you before, we're going to continue that dialogue. It was a good dialogue. We're going to continue that meeting here in a couple of weeks. And the goal behind that is to get Station 15 temporary staffing while we work towards staffing full-time, bringing seismically up to the standard. So another good meeting with the city and our city partners, mayor and the city manager, and we're going to continue those dialogues. I did testify in front of Mac Water and Light a couple of weeks ago. It was their annual rate increase meeting. As you know, a year ago, a couple of years ago, we started working on the fact that the fire district pays for the fire hydrants in the city. We've met several times with their administration. We did testify, President Garvin testified last year at the rate increase hearing. They did stay the rate increase, which would have taken us to the $90,000, if I remember correctly. Last year, with the intent to meet again, we did call another meeting, we met, and I did attend again this year at the rate increase hearing, and I testified against the rate increase, which would have taken us to over under 10-ish thousand. 10,
Yeah.
going from 12 to 15%. So my biggest concern, our biggest concern, there's a whole bunch of stuff behind it we'll leave out of this meeting, but this could, if we got to where they would like at the mid 40th percentile, talking $500,000. And that's not sustainable for the fire industry. That's people, you don't have that type of extra money. So that's why we're against it. We want to work with the Mac Water and Light, they're partners of ours, and we will continue to have that dialogue, good working dialogue with them. But it's a concern for the fire district as a whole. So we'll continue that process and we'll continue working with them as a part. I'm sorry, but we did get a stay again. They did agree to stay the increase. The mayor had asked for some additional, mayor and some of the commissioners had asked for some additional information, which Water and Light will provide. And we will continue to meet with our partners at that Water and Light to discuss the future.
But they're ready to set them every year.
No, they stayed the increase pending additional information. There isn't a date for an additional hearing, but they would, the mayor would like sooner than later to have another hearing on the rate increase once they feel they're better.
Gotcha.
Their next step is the work session, which is scheduled for their October 21st meeting. They're gonna have a work session for an hour before the formal meeting starts outside. around bringing the commission up to speed on the Tiger Garden. Being beat. And essentially, water like invited people for that meeting, but for the no opinion.
That's all I have for chief's report, but I do have one, go back. In your packet, there is a bill to the city. It's our final payment, which is it's a loan we, assumed during the transition. The amount of the bill is $53,246.75. It's above the fire chief's spending authority. We don't believe you have to act on it. We don't believe you have to act on it because it is and was part of the HGA, gives the authority. But for transparency, we want to bring it to you. So if you chose to vote on it to approve it, and or you chose to vote on it to not approve it, we did hold the check until after this meeting, allowing you the ability to review it. But it is part of the IGA transition, which we assumed that loan was taken for that. So information, if that's what you choose as a board, or you could take action if you so chose, one way.
Okay, moving around to the payment. All right, you have heading on for these IGA provision.
That's all I have.
Any correspondence of anything moving forward? I have October 1st, which is Wednesday at 7 p.m. Station 63, which is the local station on 8 and 10th grade OP. Parking's limited. Then first, school board, figure that will have property that around it. Maybe department there. Flag raising, ribbon cutting, light refreshments, and a short blessing ceremony. We'll conference for that time. You got a cake? That might be a light refreshment, but I don't know.
EY.
It's Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, October 1st, at 7 p.m. The former training chief was David Hope. And then outside of that, informational items. Oh, there's also advanced service for the city on October 18th that you sign up online through complete the bill. And then we'll put that on and you play on top of the president also 9 and then you leave their game and the people office on 4th Street. So there's volunteer opportunity. So that our informational items can be corrected October 12th, 7 to noon. It'd be nice to the old board there for at least 1 hour to meet the community, shake hands. Thank you for their support. It's been great to us over the years. Definitely love the everyone ask for the $50 per thousand 12 years. Now last week, softball too, October 5th. I think yes, certainly probably like to look around me, so I hope you see that's me on there. But October 5th at Donation Park. And our next meeting will be Thursday, October 23rd at 6 p.m. Immediately following this adjournment, the board will go into executive session. We will not be coming back out into regular session. So there'll be a full adjournment when we adjourn. No fire district board director will hold the executive session. We'll meet after the public meeting approximately 7 p.m. or 6:34 p.m. on Thursday, September 25th. They'll be held at the Middle Fire Station number 15, 3 Mile Lane. In a hybrid format, only those eligible to attend to request online access will be provided with new information. The executive session will be held to deliberate with persons designated by the governing body to carry out non-labor negotiation and to negotiate real property transaction. Pursuant to ORS 192.660 2D in. And with that, I'll adjourn tonight's meeting at 6:35 PM. Thank you.